I'm 100% sure that you missed these 3 hidden details in One Punch Man chapter 208. The first major detail is that Blast already had these cutscenes on his suit before Empty Void slashed him. If you don't trust me, look at this. On the very first page of chapter 208, Blast has cuts around his neck, both sides of the chest, and even both his legs, exactly where Empty Void slashed him in the very last panel of the chapter. You know what's the craziest thing? Murata planned this and even gave these details in the previous chapter 208. If you look at the panel where Blast used his gravity beams, you can clearly see the same slashes. This means Blast already have gone through this fight and came back prepared to take out Empty Void. Now, after seeing these details, I'm not even worried about Blast's hand, because if Blast has already been through this, he might have a technique to reverse the damage. Something like Gojo's reverse curse technique. This is a solid proof that Blast can manipulate time, or is at least a time traveler who is capable of moving into near future or past. Considering his power is black holes and space manipulation, it makes total sense. This is crazy because Empty Void Dimensional Slash has the power to look into all possible outcomes and merge them into the one he wants. This is similar to Almighty in Bleach, but just like Yohawk, Empty Void may not have foreseen that Blast outsmarted him the whole time. What do you guys think? Another important detail is something that I discussed in my old video, One Punch Man series without Saitama. Back then I thought maybe Blast wasn't powerful enough to take on Lord Boros. But with this incredible detail in the manga, I think he can take care of Boros easily. Even though Boros showed insane speed while fighting Saitama, we don't know how fast he is, because he fought only Saitama but no other opponents. But throughout the fight, Boros moved near light speed or less, since he left traces of light while fighting Saitama. The fight between Flashy Flash, Monster Garou and Platinum Sperm also left light traces almost like constellations. But Flashy Flash is a lot slower than Blast. In this chapter, Blast threw his specs to Flashy Flash, who is just 2 to 5 feet away from him. And even before Flashy Flash, one of the fastest characters in One Punch Man, could catch them, Blast teleported not once, not twice, not even 3 times. He teleported so many times, he attacked Empty Void, countered Empty Void's attack, punched him in the face, kicked him in the guts, boxed him in the back and sent him flying. He even pulled off WW move. And Empty Void, being on par of Blast, ripped off Blast's hand like it was nothing. All of this happened before Flash caught the specs, when he was standing right beside Blast. Just think how insane their speeds are. Maybe even the 15 years of preparation Blast spent locking up Empty Void was a hint that Blast foresaw the whole thing coming and knew the only way to take on God was with Saitama's help. The third important detail you might have missed is the comparison between Cosmic Garou's and Empty Void's God forms. Did you notice any differences between these two images? Of course, Garou's form doesn't have the facial features, but if you look closely, Cosmic Garou has galaxies and the whole universe in his body, while Empty Void has a dot-like appearance. This is similar to the outside of causality. In previous chapters, where Empty Void performed the Dimensional Slash, you see these dots representing different causalities or universes. Empty Void's appearance suggests that he's not just a universal character or even multiversal. He might have the ability to perform outerversal feats. I mentioned before how God's avatar are getting more and more powerful and what God's ultimate plan might be. If you are interested, check out my other video on chapter 208. It includes the colored version of the entire fight. If you are enjoying my content, don't forget to subscribe Anime Fiction Reels for anime and manhwa recommendations.